Hanging out with Cardinals tight end Trey McBride, joining us on behalf of Rockin' Protein. I mean, we're both jacked, so we'll get into the Rockin'. Okay, I'm not jacked. We'll get into the Rockin' Protein in a second, but first, we're gonna play a game. All right, what's in the tarot cards? I'm gonna throw 3 cards down, face down. You get to pick which one you want. Flip it over. There will be an NFL sign on it that tells us what question. He gets the moon, which has the gritty on it. You can feel free to gritty if you want to.
Gritty.
We'll start. The moon is about intuition or dreams. Super Bowl's coming. Intuition, dream. How do you dream that this ends up? What's the result of the Super Bowl in your mind?
Yeah, you know, I think for me, I'm a tight end, man. I'm pulling for both these guys to do well. I want each of them guys to have 3 or 4 touchdowns, and that's what I'm predicting is the tight ends are going to have a great game. The tight ends are going to score a lot of touchdowns, and ultimately, I don't know who wins, but the tight ends are going to have a great game.
That is media training 101. That is perfectly. What is it about tight ends, though? Like, because I think tight end U is like such a special, interesting thing, not just because y'all make each other better, but because even though you're competitors on the field, there's this incredible bond at the position. Why?
I think it's just, you know, we're all close. We all want each other to do well, and we all pull for each other. You know, George, Travis, those guys have done a great job of getting everybody together, and I think the camaraderie that we have as a position is something that is very special.
Yeah, I lived in Nashville for a long time. I'm just saying, when Nashville is talking about a party, that means tight end U is a party. That's all we know. All right, so putting 3 out, you pick whichever one you want. He goes middle, and this time he gets the sun. Positivity and fun. We'll have a little fun here. All right, worst locker room DJ for you with your current team?
Oh, man, that's funny. I'm going to go with, let's go with Tristan Colon, just because he always puts on some kind of crazy, you never know what you're going to get with him. It could be metal music, it could be country, you just never know. So it's just, he's such a, you know, never know what you're going to get with him.
Who's the best? Like, who's the one guy that you're like, all right, this is out of control, take it over?
I think we put one of the rookies on it. You know, Mac, I'm thinking he's not a rookie, but Mac Wilson kind of sticks out to me. He's always got great music. He always puts all the good stuff on, and we just let him do it.
What gets you guys hyped during a workout? Like, what are you listening to?
Usually it's rap. Some of those guys are you know, they think they're rappers, so some of them will play their own music sometimes. And but for the most part, we just listen to some good music, and we're ready to rock.
The guys that think they're rappers are just like, it's like, why is it? You can tell somebody when they suck at karaoke.
Yeah.
Why can't you tell somebody when they're not a good? Deep question. Go ahead. What do you got for me next? He goes right, and this time he gets the hermit, which is about self-reflection. Okay, this season particularly self-reflection for you. You had a lot of success, but the conversation was always about the lack of the touchdown.
Yeah.
Was there relief at the end of the year when that finally came?
Yeah, you know, it was more relief of people will finally stop talking about this thing. You know, it was like we had such a good season, and Kyler and I had such a great connection, and for whatever reason, we just couldn't get in the end zone until as of late. But it was just more of a getting the monkey off my back and a sigh of relief that people can finally stop talking about it.
If nobody had talked about it, would you guys have even felt it?
No, I wouldn't have even felt it. You know, my teammates were so surprised. They said, Trey, I didn't realize you hadn't scored. I thought you had been in the end zone 5 times already by now. But it was just one of those things. It was just a coincidence, and I'm excited to have a ton of touchdowns next year.
Yeah, I think fantasy owners from Yahoo are all excited for that, right? Like, okay, so let's go. He's going left this time, and he gets the tower, which is chaos and uncertainty. I mean, there's a lot of chaos in your division, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you guys, when you're sitting there as an organization, you see Seattle and you see like chaos with the Rams, it feels like, do you notice that? Do you feel that? Do you feel like there's windows of opportunity in the division?
I feel like it's wide open right now. You know, we have every opportunity to take that division next year, and we had a chance this year, and we just didn't get it done this year. But I think it's definitely there. I think the coaching staff, we have the right people to do it, and I think next year that division will be ours.
It's funny you mentioned the coaching staff, because let's be honest for a second. Your head coach came across a little weird in the beginning, right? But you guys as a locker room seem to have galvanized him. Like, have you learned the personalities? How did that gel?
Yeah, he's a great guy. You know, the media always takes stuff and kind of spins it the wrong way, but, you know, JG's done a great job of building the culture, building the foundation from the ground up, and I feel so prepared and ready to go every single week with him as my head coach, and I love everything he's doing in Arizona, and I'm excited to see where we can take this thing.
I'm telling you, you got all the perfect answers. So let's see if we can get you tripped up with another card. This one comes, the Lovers, which has, you know, Kelsey and Taylor Swift on it. I'm not mad at it. All right, Lovers are about friends or relationships, so the most famous person in your phone is?
I'm going to go Taylor Lautner. The werewolf,
That is a strong answer. Like, is he a Cardinals fan?
Yeah, no, he's actually a Lions fan, but I've became good friends with him just from different events and things like that. So he's a Trey McBride fan.
Is he hitting you up for tickets? Like, NFL players don't get free tickets, but we still all hit them up.
I think he has no problem getting tickets wherever he needs to go. So
that is well. So let's get one more in for it. All right, you can pick whichever one you want.
All right, let's go over here.
He goes far right for the first time, and he gets the Hierophant. I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I had to look up how to say Hierophant because it kind of looks weird.
I'm glad you said said it because I was like, here we go.
It's all about superstition. So like for you, game day, wake up. Do you have any like weird traditions?
No weird superstitions. You know, I always get a coffee every morning. I eat the same breakfast every morning, so maybe that's something weird. But something about me, I always change my socks and my shoes before every game. I don't know if that's a superstition or not, but I always start every game with a new fresh pair of socks and a fresh pair of shoes, just to go out there with some dry feet on my.
That's amazing. You're joining us on behalf of Rockin' Protein, which is obviously part of your tradition too. Tell everybody what you're doing.
Yeah, this is a protein company based out in Arizona that is near and dear to my heart. They have a great gig going on, but the protein tastes phenomenal. It doesn't have that chalky taste, you know, like most proteins do. And they have 3 great flavors: vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. So it's a protein company for professional athletes or weekend warriors who just do it on the weekend. So it's got everything.
How many grams you taking in a day? Like how many grams of protein is a standard day for Trey McBride?
You know, I drink a couple of those things. There's 30 grams in each one, so I'll drink a couple of those. But for me, it's just trying to maintain what I'm doing at that time. You know, during the season, I might drink a little bit more because I'm a little more active, and then in the off season, I might slow down a little bit. But it's phenomenal, and I can crush those things all day long.
Well, while you're crushing those crush touchdowns next year, man, we appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out, brother.
Appreciate you. Thank you.